rainy season continues, but it's been particularly wet further up the island chain. Meanwhile, Maria is heading for Europe. And September, remember that rhyme? Well, basically, back in 1963, Hurricane Flora, Category 3, struck Tobago directly, 195 km/h winds, causing mudslides, destroying crops and houses, as well as drowning boats with the storm surge. It's the only major hurricane to hit Tobago. But for today, we've been seeing the passage of a tropical wave and lots of moisture around, so it's been generally lots of cloud and some showers, some of them turning heavy. We could be seeing a bit more of that as we go overnight into the early hours. But for the most part, most of the rainfall is further to the north. It's all courtesy of the tropical wave, but it's also under an upper level trough. So it's providing support here, causing a lot of the rain to push up towards the northern parts of the Eastern Caribbean. And it obviously has a possibility of development, but it's quite low right now. So in terms of the rainfall, it will be affecting many parts of the Virgin Islands, along with Puerto Rico, getting up towards Antigua, Barbuda, and also some of that's spilling over into the Eastern Caribbean. But further to the east, it's mostly settled, not much chance of any systems developing, all courtesy of the unfavorable upper level winds right there. So for Tobago then, look for cloudy spells again as we go through tonight. Some of the showers pushing through will likely turn heavy, especially towards the early part of the morning. As we go through the Saturday morning and into the afternoon, you'll be seeing lots of general cloudiness around, dull, overcast conditions for the most part, and also seeing a few showers popping in and out, and also favouring the hillier parts of Tobago, so be mindful of that. Out towards Trinidad, looking for generally cloudy skies for the most part. There will still be a few showers popping in and out, especially again favouring the hills of the northern range. And obviously the soils are already saturated, so be mindful of the possibility of street or flash flooding in some of those downpours. For the beginning of the weekend, looking at the clouds to persist over the northern range. That line of clouds which is sinking south from Barbados will eventually come across Trinidad and Tobago as well as you go through Saturday. So looking for generally cloudy skies from the north, and then eventually pushing down towards the southern areas with some clouds developing into showers. Some of those showers could turn heavy as you go towards the afternoon. But overall, it'll be a lot of clouds tomorrow and lots of dampness expected. So looking at highs, no higher than 31 degrees Celsius in Trinidad, 30 degrees Celsius in Tobago. Now through Sunday, the sunshine will be emerging quite nicely, and that will likely carry on into Monday. But come late on Tuesday, there's another tropical wave making inroads, so you could be seeing a bit more showery activity, especially for Trinidad as you get to middle of next week. So for boaters as well, you'll be noticing mostly gentle breezes for the most part, 10 knots, a few white caps around, but you're also seeing slight chop, 1.5 meters to the Caribbean and the Atlantic, and short easterly swells, 9 seconds, that will continue through Sunday. Now the Caribbean obviously has been cleaning up following Irma as well as Maria. But unfortunately for the Leeward Islands, there's a up-level system there as well as the tropical wave set to bring more downpours, especially for Puerto Rico, out towards the Dominican Republic as well. And that will obviously not be welcomed by those persons on the ground. Out towards the west, Havana will be under cloudy, rainy conditions, 29 degrees Celsius there. But it will be rather hot in Port-au-Prince, 35 degrees Celsius, and lots of sunshine as well, extending into Jamaica. For the Eastern Caribbean, we've been talking about the lingering moisture following that tropical wave, which will continue across Rosa, Dominica into Castries. A few showers likely there, could be turning heavy and thundery as well. But surprise, Georgetown only partly cloudy and a high of 33 degrees Celsius. So that's your weather, and that's it from me.